Alarms sounded in the McCarthy Hall yesterday due to an unknown package.
And the smoking age limit has gone up to 21, and Los Angeles received the crown as the #1 road rage city of the country.
Final exams are next week, and Titans are feeling the pressure. Welcome, and thanks for joining us at OC News. I'm Hope Martin.
And I'm Esmeralda Cisneros.
OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton. Finals are right around the corner, and stress is in the air. Here's Randa Keel with more.
With finals coming up next week, students may be experiencing high levels of stress and pressure to get the grades they've been working hard for all semester.
There's a lot of stress right now, especially since finals are coming up and I have a lot of assignments due. But what I try to do is I sleep during the day, but then I'm up all night, which is also bad.
I'm dealing with finals. I guess I'm just staying in the library. I'm just forcing myself to go there. I've been getting Starbucks every day so far. Coffee has been really helping me. It's almost like a step before studying now.
It's actually kind of like a bad habit of mine to watch a lot of TV during finals, but I know I'll get stuff done and I keep that in mind. And
super stressed, as always. I have a lot of finals, a lot of essay finals actually. Some in class, which I'm nervous as heck for because, I don't know, I just hope I can memorize everything, and it's just a stressful time because you have to memorize so many things for so many different classes and just try to keep up with it all basically and make time for studying.
I'm an avid procrastinator, but
I have a lot of papers and a lot of papers right before my finals, so that's not helping either. But I'm coping.
If you feel like you need help dealing with stress or just need someone to talk to, the Student Health and Counseling Center is open here on campus Monday through Friday until 5 p.m. With OC News, I'm Randa Keel. Back to you.
Thank you. Alarms struck yesterday afternoon at Cal State Fullerton. Students and faculty yesterday responded here. Here's the latest with the student reactions. Joe Moreno.
I'm here on the campus of Cal State Fullerton at McCarthy Hall, where yesterday the building was evacuated after a suspicious package was reported. With the recent terrorist attacks overseas and an increase in school violence, we took to the campus of Cal State Fullerton to find out what students were thinking about the recent events.
I was actually about to walk into a class at 2:30 in McCarthy Hall on the 4th floor. So I saw the sirens, and when I sat down, everyone else was getting up to evacuate, and someone came in with the orange vest and told us we had to go to the outside stairwell.
I would have felt pretty unsafe, honestly. Because, I've noticed this semester, since we get the text messages about stuff happening on campus, we've just been getting a lot more than from previous semesters. So, it was good that we evacuated everyone, but I just didn't really expect that to happen at Fullerton.
I thought it was a drill. And then there was a fireman who's actually sprinting up the stairs, and that's when I kind of figured out that it wasn't a drill. And then when we got out to the pathway over there, a bunch of faculty were yelling for people to move back, so it seemed more intense. I was
probably grabbed all my stuff and got out because, you don't know what it is. Might be something explosive, might not be, might just be an empty box, but you don't know.
I don't think we would be that prepared because I've never even seen or heard anything about what we should be doing if that happens. So I think everyone just kind of wing it and see what happens. So who knows what's going to happen then.
I don't think we're super prepared. I think we're prepared for the basics, but for stuff we're prepared for fires and stuff like that, but stuff like this, I don't think we're really prepared.
You just walk out. You don't have to run. You're not going to die, hopefully. Don't know.
Sounds like Cal State Fullerton students aren't too concerned, but officials would remind you to follow all emergency evacuation protocol. For OC News, I'm Joe Moreno.
As just stated, there was a chaotic scene on campus yesterday afternoon as authorities came to evacuate McCarthy Hall. Here's Miguel Moya with the story.
A hazmat crew was called on to Cal State Fullerton yesterday afternoon to evacuate and enter McCarthy Hall to investigate a suspicious package. What started off as a normal day quickly took a surprising turn as students were told to stay 300 feet away from the building. A professor received the suspicious package, felt threatened, and quickly notified the authorities. Authorities then went through with the proper procedure.
Well, we've now cleared the building. It was all deemed to be safe. The substance was investigated by the Orange County, I believe it was Anaheim Fire Hazmat, and deemed that there was nothing biological or of any concern with the substance.
The package turned out to be non-threatening, but it raises the question of who sent it and why. Authorities are investigating the nature of this incident.
Well, we don't know. We'd have to look into that and see if there was anything that was threatening of nature, or it could have been a prank. It could have been somebody trying to get out of finals, like we've all witnessed before. So we won't know that until if we're able to get fingerprints or any kind of information that'll lead us to a suspect.
This incident comes a week before finals, displacing many students, robbing them of valuable class time that could be used for finals review. After the teams cleared, a fire alarm was pulled in humanities, but was deemed to be nothing but a prank.
No, again, we just apologize for displacing all the students, and most everybody that we've talked to has been very supportive and has thanked us for at least taking the right precautions.
A new app has made charging electric cars a little bit easier for students. Here's Riley with more.
Students download the app Quick Charge, find an open station, and manage its use all through the comfort of their cell phone.
I use my app all the time because the stations are in really high demand, and if I'm driving to school or I pass by one, even if it's far away from my class, I have to literally speed to the station to get there so I can use it, and having the app is really helpful.
I don't think it would make more people drive electric cars because it's not there is incentive, but it's based on the person and what their beliefs are. So I don't know if the school having more charging stations it'd be good for the environment, but I don't think it'd influence more.
I think there should be more charging stations on campus because it would make Cal State Fullerton a more eco-friendly place. And I'm trying to do a positive thing for the environment, and I don't like fighting for an electric station to charge my car because I'm trying to be proactive about the situation, and it's hard when they're not supporting it.
Students can find the app on both Apple and Android App Store to find a charging station near you. I'm Riley Escoboza with OC News.
A new smoking law will take effect starting June 9th, raising the age to purchase tobacco from 18 to 21. Here's Miguel Moya with the story.
California recently passed a new law that raises the age to purchase tobacco from 18 to 21. The law takes effect June 9th, and here's what some Cal State Fullerton students have to say about it.
Yes, I am 18 and I do smoke. Honestly, I think it'll be good for me too. It's not something that I want to be doing for the rest of my life, something that I definitely want to stop at some point, honestly soon, hopefully, and I think that it'll be good for me.
Technically it is the right thing to do, but
just some B-roll right now.
For those looking forward to the hobby, it's a bit unfair because it's all of a sudden, yeah.
The law has been that you can buy these products at the age of 18 since a while ago. So for all of a sudden the governor to just up and change it, it's kind of it's too sudden in a way.
On the new law, I kind of have mixed emotions about it. For one, yeah, that's the right thing to do, but on the other hand, what happens to the people that are already invested in say a vape, or they're already into that hobby, and I know addiction is a really tough thing to just to stop, and I don't know how in depth the law goes, but are they allowed to do those little patches, or?
The new smoking law, I think that it's honestly a good thing. I think that a lot of younger kids are smoking these days, and I see even elementary schoolers with vapes, and I just see it as going to the younger generations, and I think that the law is going to be beneficial.
With OC News, I'm Miguel Moya.
Thanks, Miguel. With so much traffic and driving in California, it is no surprise that Los Angeles is recently ranked the #1 city where road rage occurs. Here's our very own OC News reporter Jonathan Trabuco with the story.
According to the LA Times, the city of Los Angeles was voted as the #1 city for road rage incidents. I wanted to catch up with Cal State Fullerton students and hear about their stories of road rage and what they've encountered.
I mean, I just got my license and everything, right? So there I was just driving, and I was chilling. I'm a little scared, right? You know, as first drivers are. And I tried to get on the freeway, and this guy just does not want to let me on, right? So I'm pulling up there, and I'm just like, bro, you gotta let me on. There's no room left. And he's just like, no. And he's just going, right? And so I just like, well, I gotta take her. I'm gonna run off the road, right? So I get in there, and this guy's super pissed. He's just honking and honking. And I was like, dude, just calm down. Thank you so much, dude. Great guy. And this guy's not having it, right? So he starts getting super close to me. He's like riding my hand, right? And I'm just like, dude, you need to back off, relax. And all of a sudden, this guy just hits me in the back, right? And I was like, what is wrong with you, bro? So I pull over. And I was like, bro, square up right now. He doesn't get his car though.
I get mad. I mean, I don't get like crazy, and I don't swear at people when they do this. But it's starting to like really piss me off when people decide that they're gonna pull into like a shopping center, and they slow down to like 5 miles an hour, and I have to like completely stop just because they're like, oh, I'm gonna pull in now, and I'm not gonna signal. And I'm just gonna do this now, and I'm gonna slow down like more than I need to.
In the first couple months of me driving, and I had never been flipped off before, like anything. And I remember I started turning, and somebody was coming like in the lane behind me, and it's this older woman, and she starts flipping me off, and she rolls down her window and just starts cussing me out, and I started crying. I felt so bad, and I didn't drive for a couple days after that just because I felt so bad for ruining somebody's day.
With summer vastly approaching, be on the lookout for more road rage incidents to occur, as August has been deemed the peak month. I'm Jonathan Tribuco for OC News.
Coming up, find out how this unsteady weather will be, what this unsteady weather will be like for the next few days.
And we'll be giving you tips on how to stay healthy for this upcoming finals week. I know for sure that I'm stocking up on those carbs.
Yep.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
The temperature has been in its highs and lows. Here's Adaria with the latest on the weather update. Adaria?
Thanks, Esmeralda. Well, we have been seeing very gloomy weather lately, and the sun is trying to peek out, but the marine layer is making it go back into hiding. It is our currently 78 degrees in Fullerton, and we will reach a low of 57. Winds are at 99 miles per hour, not 90. Humidity is at 44%. Sunrise tomorrow is at 5:52 a.m. and sunset today at 7:43. Today we saw a gradual clearing of the marine layer, and it's allowing increased temperatures for tomorrow as well. But for the weekend, we will have some mild temperatures. Take a look at our 5-day forecast. In our 5-day forecast, Thursday and Friday, the sun is staying out with highs into the 80s. But as we go into the weekend, we'll be experiencing cooler temperatures and highs into the 78. On Saturday, we'll be looking at 78 degrees high with a low of 58 degrees. Sunday, 76 with a low of 59. And on Monday, mostly cloudy with 76 degrees high and a low of 58. Across the nation, the temperature highs for tomorrow are in the 70s and 80s, with Denver at 71, Omaha at 71 as well. St. Louis is 75, Atlanta 87, and Washington, D.C. 74. The national lows are 50s in Albuquerque. Dallas is at 70 degrees. And in New York, 56 degrees. Omaha, which has been experiencing severe hailstorms. Here's some footage of the Omaha hailstorm. This is Douglas County after it was hit by a hailstorm Wednesday morning, leaving houses flooded, cars damaged and stuck in the snow and ice the storm left behind. Thunderstorms. Nebraska is not the only state experiencing thunderstorms and harsh weather. Illinois, Missouri, this entire red depicted here is where the most severe thunderstorms, rains, flooding, and tornadoes and thunderstorms are occurring. A state of emergency has already been declared for 15 Oklahoma counties by Governor Mary Fallin, a day after 2 people were killed by tornadoes that ripped homes apart and left severe damage. The storm spawned at least 11 confirmed tornadoes, 8 of which hit Oklahoma, according to the Storm Prediction Center, and more than 90 reports of hail. Make sure you stay prepared for emergencies here in California with earthquakes. But for now, we are only dealing with early June gloom. That's all for weather. Back to you.
Ooh, June gloom. We're about a month away, so we're almost there. Even though there was less than a handful of primaries yesterday, the presidential elections are still in full swing. Here's our very own Miguel Moya with more.
The presidential election has not let up one bit, despite there only being a few primaries yesterday. On the Republican side, Donald Trump won West Virginia with a 77% vote. He also won Nebraska with a 61% vote. With Ted Cruz and John Kasich out of the race, this makes Trump the presumptive nominee for the Republican side, despite some backlash from prominent party members. On the Democratic side, Bernie Sanders won West Virginia with a 51% vote, with Hillary coming in second with 35% of the vote. What does that mean for the Democratic side? Well, it's going to be an uphill battle for Sanders, considering his current delegate deficit, but the Vermont senator is set on using this momentum to finish the race strong and hopes to take the nomination to the Democratic convention.
And let me be as clear as I can be. We are in this campaign to win the Democratic nomination.
The time to elect a new president is getting closer and closer, so make sure to stay informed and stay up to date with the latest in election coverage. That's it for politics. Back to you guys.
As the saying goes, you are what you eat. PETA, too, brought awareness to CSUF on the health effects of eating meat. Here's Isla with the story.
Do you eat meat? Eating meat contains harmful products that affect our environment and damage our agriculture. Let's hear what members of PETA 2 have to say about how eating meat affects all of us and what we can do to make healthier lifestyle changes.
And we're just bringing attention to the environmental impact of eating meat in animal agriculture. So for example, this tall column, the big one, is representing the amount of resources that go into a 1/3 pound hamburger. So 800 gallons of water go into producing that. That's like 2 months worth of showering for a single hamburger patty. So we're just showing people that a vegan diet really is the best thing we can do for not only the animals and our own health, but also the environment too.
Well, I've been vegan for 6 months, going on 7 now. So I've recently made the change because I really think it changes your perspective on life. And it really brings out the happiness in you.
So eating meat and animal agriculture really is the #1 reason for climate change. A lot of people are realizing that, we can't keep consuming meat, especially at the rate that we're consuming it, because it is what's destroying our environment.
I'm Isla Martinez reporting for OC News. Back to you.
A 9-year-old boy is struggling with cancer, grows his hair to help others with the same battle. Here's Alana with more.
Thank you, Esmeralda, and happy National Women's Health Week. This week is Women's Health Week, and the Office on Women's Health is encouraging women to celebrate. The office wants women of all ages to take a pledge for better health. Women can go to womenshealth.gov to make a pledge and challenge themselves to being healthy at any age. For tips on health, log on to womenshealth.gov. And other health news, a 7-year-old, Vinny DeSantos, who grew out his hair for cancer survivors, is facing his own struggle with the disease. For 2 years, Vinny grew out his hair to help survivors. He grew 13 inches of hair and cut them all off to donate. Vinny started to complain about his eye getting squintier in March. His family tried prescription eye drops and allergy medicine without any results. Vinny eventually started complaining about an aching knee, and his parents started to notice his hip was swelling. After having tests ran and x-ray revealed significant growth on his right hip, although his situation has been unfortunate, Vinny is staying optimistic.
Well, the veins from my hip, they're traveling to another place right behind my eye, and it's making it squinty.
Vinny's family has set up a GoFundMe account to help. The account has already made over $400,000. And in other news, this week, the House has passed the Promise Act. The Promise Act, which stands for the Jason Simikowski Promoting Responsible Opiate Management and incorporating scientific expertise. The act makes it safer for veterans to seek opiate therapy and pain management care. This legislation was introduced by Representative Gus Bilakris and is named in honor of the Marine who died in 2014 at the Veterans Affairs Medical Center because of mixed drug toxicity caused by improper medication management and medical response by VA staff. The Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, gave a speech on the Promise Act today.
It is one of 18 initiatives that we are acting on to address the opioid epidemic that is sweeping across this country. Many states have taken action, but this threat also requires a national response. So whether it is protecting infants, whether it is stopping kingpins or pushers, or making better use of data, we are going to take all of these ideas, pass them through the House, go into a conference committee with the Senate, and we intend to put a bill on the president's desk fast.
And could the Olympics be postponed due to the Zika virus? Dr. Amir Attaran believes the Olympics should be postponed. He says the heart of the Zika virus is in Rio de Janeiro.
The problem we have is that in Rio de Janeiro, that is the heart of the Zika epidemic in Brazil, an epidemic that is thought to have given rise to as many as 5,000 brain-damaged babies. If 500,000 visitors, as is expected, come to Brazil for the games, into the heart of that epidemic, some will become infected, some will go home, and that epidemic of brain-damaged kids will go global faster and farther.
The doctor says he does not want the Olympics to be canceled, but simply postponed. And finally, finals week is right around the corner, and here are some tips to help students keep stress-free. So, number 1, create a study schedule. If you haven't started studying yet, create a schedule to study this weekend. Make sure you put breaks in your study schedule too, because all work and no play might make you stress a little bit more. 2, get enough sleep. I know you might be tempted to pull an all-nighter, but sleep is very important and part of retaining information. 3, try forming a study group. You don't have to do this alone, and this can help you retain information as well. 4, make sure you stay positive and imagine your success at the end of the week. Well, that's all for health. Good luck on finals, and have a happy National Women's Health Week. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Alana. Coming up next, Steph Curry is awarded for his historical season, and Axl Rose joins AC/DC on their upcoming tour. All this after the break.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
The Fullerton Titans are taking on the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos this weekend, and there are claims that Russian gold medalists were on steroids during the Sochi Olympics. Here's Riley with more on sports.
It's another exciting day in the world of sports. The Titans are set to face off against the UCSB Gauchos this weekend in a 3-game series. After losing the final game of the series 3-2 against the Gauchos last season, the Titans will definitely plan to give them a run for their money. CSUF is currently in first place in the Big West, with Long Beach State only trailing by 1 loss. It would definitely benefit the Titans to close out this series with a win, as we are only 7 games from playoffs. On to the NBA, where Steph Curry became the first unanimous MVP winner in NBA history on Tuesday. In a landslide vote, he won all 131 first-place votes from a group of NBA sports writers and broadcasters. Curry, who led the Warriors to a record 73 regular season wins, spoke in a press conference Tuesday, stating that he never meant to revolutionize the game and that he just wants to be remembered as someone who worked hard and pushed his own limits. Not only is he the 11th person ever to win the MVP back-to-back seasons, but Curry has also set other records this season, including the record for the most three-pointers scored with 402. Russia is currently under a fire for 4 Russian gold medalists that were potentially on steroids during the Sochi Olympics in 2014. Why does this matter? Well, it might be the final nail in Russia's Olympic coffin. Recall that Russia was banned from all Olympic track and field events indefinitely after a WADA report said the country effectively ran government-endorsed doping programs. Now, a former employee of Russia's anti-doping agency claims he has 15 hours of taped conversations where the former head of Russia's drug testing laboratory mentions the 4 athletes and their alleged steroid use. Head of the USADA stated that if the news were true, it would be a devastating blow to the Olympic values. Coming up tonight, the Miami Heat goes head-to-head with the Toronto Raptors in a pivotal Game 5, with the teams currently tied 2-2 in the series. And the Golden State Warriors look to close out the Portland Trail Blazers in Game 5 after a comeback win in Game 4, where Curry scored an NBA record 17 points in overtime to bring the Warriors to victory. On the diamond, the Angels go up against the Cardinals after losing to them yesterday 8-1, and the Dodgers will get a second chance to show the New York Mets that losing is not in their vocabulary after beating them yesterday 3-2. That's all for today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Riley, and you're right. The Los Angeles Dodgers will have to revamp their game in order to beat those Mets tonight. Well, on the other end, entertainment. It isn't so happy about, like I said, Meghan Trainor. She isn't so happy about her new album cover. And the Real Magic Mike show will be in Vegas. Here's Ashley Pellegrini with more on entertainment.
Thanks, Esmeralda. Guns N' Roses lead singer Axl Rose, who despite having a broken bone in his left foot a month ago, performed his first show with AC/DC. Rose, who recently replaced lead singer Brian Johnson because of hearing issues, made his first appearance with the band in Libsyn this past weekend. According to Rolling Stone's Mark Sutherland, Rose actually seemed happy to play a different role here. After the European tour with AC/DC, Rose will join Guns N' Roses for their Not in This Lifetime Summer Stadium tour. Pop star Meghan Trainor recently became a victim of over-the-top Photoshop on her newly released music video, Me Too. She recently took to her Snapchat to voice her anger in regards to the unapproved waist enhancement.
My waist is not that teeny. I had a bomb waist that night. I don't know why they didn't like my waist, but I didn't approve that video and it went out for the world, so I'm embarrassed.
In an interview with Howard Stern, she expressed that there were certain things that were off limits as far as Photoshop. She posted a recent photo of the waist enhancement and a photograph on her Instagram. It was very important to Meghan that the clip reflect her authentic body. She stated, "I'm the poster child for no Photoshop." She said, "That's my thing, and I was skinnier than most of those dancers who are also very skinny. So when you do that Photoshop her waist, everyone knows that ain't real." As of today, the unedited version of Me Too was posted by Vivo. And after 30 years of marriage, Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne have called it quits. The co-host of The Talk was welcomed back by her co-host on Tuesday morning after being absent on Monday.
Yeah, I've been avoiding looking at any pictures or reading anything. I know what's gone on. I don't need to read about it and see about it because it's like putting salt in a wound. So I don't need to.
Osbourne has been tight-lipped about the reasons for the separation. When she was asked how she felt, she stated, "I'm doing great. I really, really am. I'm empowered and I have found inner strength. I just need time to think and ask myself what I want for myself for the rest of my life." She stated, "I really want to think about it." And attention Magic Mike fans, the film based on the male strip trio will be coming to Sin City. Fans will have an opportunity to experience Magic Mike live at the Vegas Hard Rock Hotel as of March 2017. The film lightly touched on Tatum's life as a dancer before he joined the likes of Hollywood. The film was originally released in 2012. Because of its huge success, it was later followed by Magic Mike XXL in 2015, which had a combined total of 289 million worldwide. Tatum will direct the show along with choreographers from the films. Tatum is not set to perform in the show, but has not completely ruled it out. Tatum stated, "God knows we have enough gentlemen's clubs in this world, so let's start the first gentle ladies club. Or maybe not so gentle. It depends what you're into." That's all for entertainment. Back to you two.
We would like to thank you all for joining us, and we appreciate you.
And remember, you can stay connected by following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under the OC News handle.
And before we conclude our show, we would just like to congratulate our class of 2016. We hope you fellow Titans move on forward and continue this next chapter in your life. And to those who will be coming back this fall, we expect you here. Have a good one.